Namaste, and what's up, guys? Welcome to Mystery Vault today. We're breaking down the short films, Ice Age from Love, Death, Robots, and Far from the Tree from Disney. So, without wasting any time, let's jump right in. Now we're going to look at this tiny little world where tiny little people live. Right at the start of the movie, we see this couple who just shifted into their new home. This guy's name is Rob. He brings some stuff for the new house, and his wife is Gail, who's setting up the stuff in the new home. They've got this old fridge, too, that the previous owner left behind. Gail tells her husband to get rid of the fridge, but her husband says we should keep old things. Old things are good. Gail wanted a new fridge, but after buying the house, Rob didn't have enough money left to buy a new fridge. After that, they decide to sit together and enjoy some drinks. Because they got really tired working on the house, Rob goes to the fridge to get ice for the drinks, and as soon as he opens the fridge, he sees that the ice inside is frozen in a really weird way, and it's super solid too with great difficulty. He takes out a little bit of ice and mixes it in his drink, and they enjoy their drinks. After a while, Rob notices that in his drink, there's something inside that ice, and when they look closely, there's something in there. Gail brings a magnifying glass through which they look at the ice, and they realize that there's the tiny little animal frozen in the ice, and this tiny little animal was a tiny little mammoth that had lots of spears stuck in it. But it was so tiny, in reality, seeing it dead in the ice like that, these people were shocked. So Gail quickly opens the fridge and takes out all the ice. Gail was really shocked looking at the fridge because inside the fridge, there was a tiny separate world, exactly like our world. But time here was passing really, really fast. 1 second here was like weeks over there. Seeing all this, they couldn't understand anything how this could even happen. Because in the fridge world, there were humans too. And they were alive. Those tiny, tiny humans could see Gail and Rob. Maybe to them, Gail and Rob looked like monsters or giants, but those people had no problem with these two. After that, they close the fridge, and Rob buries the tiny mammoth they found in the ice in a pot a little while later. When they open the fridge again, they see that now that city has advanced from medieval to industrial time. Here is changing really fast. They were away from the fridge for just a little while, and in that short time, so much change happened in that world like centuries had passed now. In just minutes, big buildings are getting built, and seeing this change, Rob and Gail get really sad. Because they liked the earlier world in the fridge more, the one that was good. Both of them think what the people inside the fridge must be thinking about them. Do they think of them as gods or aliens? When inside the fridge world, two construction workers are talking about them. Those two are talking to each other. That we see them every day now, we're used to it. Now both of them see that the industrial community has turned into a modern community. And there are skyscrapers touching the sky. In that world, sky planes are flying, just like in our world. Both worlds' time changing. They were watching like gods, that world people had made as much progress as our world. Rob was carefully observing every single thing, how change is happening so fast, and what will happen next. Then Gail sees, what's that shining thing? Before she could understand anything, Rob falls back with a jolt. Gail helps Rob, and they see that Rob's face is getting burned. They understand that in this tiny world war has started, and that shining thing was a rocket launcher. They see that in the fridge world, nuclear weapon wars going on. Both of them couldn't bear to watch all this. They felt that this isn't going to end so soon. That's why they closed the fridge and ordered pizza to eat. Now almost an hour had passed, and after eating pizza, they think what must have happened to the fridge world. Now both of them open the fridge again to check, though this time they were quite scared, but this time opening the fridge, they get really shocked. Because the war was over, and now in that world they had made so much progress, the technology had become so advanced in every tiny to big thing. These tiny, tiny humans had made huge progress. Gail and Rob compare this stage of the city to our world and think that maybe in our world too, one day we'll become this advanced. After that, they see a big pyramid structure building in the city in which lots of lines are connected. Both of them feel that now maybe all people live in this pyramid structure building after that. The pyramid structure absorbs all the city buildings inside it and turns into an energy ball and explodes, because of which tiny, tiny light sparks spread in their room. And seeing all this, Gail and Rob were really shocked. All this felt like a dream to them. After that, all the lightning sparks gather and go back into the fridge and suddenly disappear. Both of them were carefully looking at the fridge. What will happen next? But nothing happens in the fridge now. Gail felt that now everything is over. Actually, all this represented the end of the world. Rob pulls out the fridge switch and turns off the fridge, and both of them hug each other. Because in a short time, they had seen so many things. How a world started in the past, how it progressed in the present, and how it ended in the future the next day out of curiosity. They open the fridge, and they see that the tiny, tiny humans are back. And this time, it's the dinosaur era. And here, the movie ends.